Chers voyageurs, dans quelques instants, nous arrivons en gare de Dinant, gare terminus de ce train. En gare de Dinant, vous trouverez le train suivant au départ. Le train local ou librement.
Hello everyone, my name is Jimmy and I love running. Every year I participate in marathons and make it a point to visit some interesting places. In today's episode, I'm going to take you along to Dinant, a small town in Belgium. We are going to climb some castles, go on hikes, and explore this small town which gave birth to a musical instrument. So hop along and hope you enjoy this journey. We arrived in Dinant by the train, and it was a short and slightly hilly hike up to the hotel where we were living. We were put up in Maison Leffe. This is where the Leffe beer was first brewed, and as soon as we checked in, we were treated to a couple of glasses. It was very refreshing. Hey, we are in Dinant for today, and trying to explore this small town where the saxophone was born. So today is the first day. We arrived here on the train from Brussels and we're gonna walk around a little bit. We have like half a day here, so we'll explore the town and share with you some of the views from here. Our first stop for that day was the citadel of Dinant. That's the one perched right on top of the hill. You can choose to take the stairs and walk all the way up, or you can go by the cable car. And this being just after a few days of the Berlin Marathon, we obviously chose the cable car. We're going to go all the way up to the top. Where's it? You can buy a ticket to the cable car at the bottom of the hill, and as you ride up, you can enjoy the views. Once you reach the top of the hill, you will be able to see the whole city from there. And there is a museum within which speaks about the history of Dinant. It has timelines from the First World War and how the events unfolded and how the citadel fell to the Germans. There are images from the past of what it looks like and some stories from during the war. The courtyard still holds the remnants of the cannons and cannonballs that were used in those days. Walking around the citadel made me wonder how intense it would have been when it was under attack, in contrast to how serene it feels right now. We enjoyed the panoramic views of the city for a bit, and then we started heading back, the same way we had come, via the cable car. Our next stop was the Church of Dinant. This building is from the 13th century. There wasn't much information about it anywhere, so we just walked around and marveled at the structures within. And then we decided to head out. The town of Dinant is built around the river Meuse, and if you walk along the river, you will reach a spectacular point which has inspired poets and artists throughout history, the Rocher Bayard. This curious structure is around 40 meters high and has a highway passing through it. We spent quite a bit of time admiring this structure and wondering how it came into being. And then we spent the rest of the evening sitting by the river Meuse and relaxing. अच्छा अच्छा okay, so it's day 2 and we are out to explore Dinant, and we are going to go for a small hike around to check out the Walzin Castle.
Is that the Walsen Castle? The Walsen Castle. So it's a day-long hike. We're gonna go walk down to the place, hike around, and then come back.
Our journey started once again along the river Meuse. We had around 6.5 or 7 kilometers of hiking to do, and we started off very early. But the roads were very pleasant, and as soon as we were outside the city, we were greeted by a lot of greenery and a nice little stream that accompanied us. The hike for us was mostly very quiet. We didn't meet anyone else hiking towards the Walsen Castle, because probably most people they prefer driving towards the castle and then hiking in the area around it. But that was good for us because we really enjoyed the jungles, the greenery, and the little views that we got along the way. After a long quiet walk, we reached the Walsen Castle area. You will meet two roads here, one that leads towards the river, which seemingly is a dead end, and there is another one beside it which leads towards a bridge. So the bridge is the one you take to reach to the views of the Walsen Castle. We were initially relying on Google Maps, which was kind of misleading for us, but somehow we found this bridge, and that is the road that brought us to the Walsen Castle views. When you start seeing the castle from across the river, keep going because there are places where you have better views of the castle, like this one. This is a perfect spot to take a selfie, and that's exactly what we did.
Up to 7 kilometers.
And just like Vani said, we had done 7 kilometers so far, and we decided to walk a little bit more. We wanted to see where the end of the trail was, on this road at least. And we reached the bridge. This was where we decided to come back. But if you want to go ahead, I think there are some more trails ahead where you can hike around. But we had a long walk back. So we started our return journey and we took a different route this time. This route was beside the same route we came, but it was along the hill and it was a little steeper. So we were essentially climbing the hill and then going back down towards Dinant. I don't quite remember it right now, but I think we took this route on the return journey because it was a little shorter, but it was also a lot steeper, so we were very tired till we reached the top of the hill. But slowly and surely we made our way back to civilization, and soon we were back in Dinant. And then it was time for us to wrap up the day with a little walk around the town, which gave birth to the saxophone. I believe the town of Dinant is really proud of this fact, and so everywhere you go, you would see a replica of the saxophone, and they are of multiple colors and different sizes and shapes. All this homage is towards Adolphe Sax. He was from Dinant and he invented the saxophone along with a few other musical instruments. You can visit his house as well because it's open to the public, but it works only between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and we were a little late for that, so we had to turn back. After finding the house for Adolphe Sax, we didn't have really much to do, so we decided to look for a place to eat food. So far, Dinant has been quite disappointing because most of the restaurants did not serve really spectacular food. There was one place named Jacob's Patisserie which we really wanted to try out, but unfortunately on the days we lived there in Dinant, it was closed. So we settled for a Vietnamese restaurant instead. The name of the restaurant was Hao Sen and the food is really amazing there, but it tends to get very crowded after 6:30, so be there on time. And so, with a belly full of food and a heart full of memories, we took one last look at Dinant as the town lights came on. Dinant offered us a small glimpse into the atrocities of World War and also a lot of hiking opportunities. We really enjoyed our 2 days in Dinant, and if you did too, please give us a like and subscribe so that you can follow us for more similar content. Thank you for watching till the end.